Hi, it's Olivia, and today I'll be doing a review, a wrap-up of the things that I read and watched. If you don't know, I include movies that I've seen in the month of June as well. I haven't really done a wrap-up for a little bit because the entire first half of the year has been a giant reading slump, but I did read a few things this month. Only 4 things, but that's more than before, so let's get started. The first thing that I read was Since You've Been Gone by Morgan Matson, and I actually filmed a review on this, and I filmed it like 3 weeks ago, and I'm too lazy to edit it, but I really enjoyed that book, and it came at a really good time to read. I highly suggest reading that at the top of your summer, or right now. It is definitely a summer read. The next one that I read was the 3rd book in the saga series, and I would have continued on with this series, but again, as usual, the book buying ban, and my library does not have book 4. It has 5, 6, and 7, but not 4. But the thing is, these books are so enjoyable, and I really wish that I owned them, and so I kind of feel like it's the universe telling me, Olivia, maybe you should just buy them. I'm waiting until my birthday because I know that I'll probably get, I'll get birthday money or gift cards or something, and I'm just waiting till my birthday so I can buy some books, and I think I'm just gonna get all of the saga novels. The next book that I read was this random one that my sister picked up when we went to the library. Like, it's so random and tiny. It's a children's book. It's called Half a Man by Michael Morpurgo, and it says he's also the author of War Horse. I heard of the movie. I've never even seen the cover of the book for War Horse. Oh my goodness, I am struggling to say that. War Horse. Anyway, my favorite part of this was definitely the illustrations. This is actually one of my favorite illustrations. This is showing the boy's grandfather. The boy's grandfather is telling a story, and this was when his boat exploded, and so it's very simple. The use of, I can't speak. I don't know, my point is I love this picture. The last book that I read this month was The Perks of Being a Wallflower by Stephen Chbosky, and I had very high expectations because of the movie, because I've heard people say that this is one of their favorite books. On my Goodreads, the settings are to where, like, if you want to add a friend, you have to request it, and I forgot one. I did that a long time ago, but one of the questions that I asked is just, what's your favorite book? Like, it's not, I add everyone who asks to be your friend on Goodreads, but I like to see what everyone's favorite book is, and a couple of times I've gotten The Perks of Being a Wallflower, so I had really high expectations, and I can definitely see why this is some people's favorite. Like, I can totally see it. It just wasn't for me. Moving on to movies, when I finished The Perks of Being a Wallflower, I still really wanted to watch the movie, so I was looking for it online. I was searching through all the sketchy websites, but I couldn't find it because the only one I could find it on was a really, really sketchy looking website, and I didn't want to risk it, so I ended up watching this other movie that I had my eye on, The Spectacular Now, with Shailene Woodley and Miles Teller, and, the same thing. I had really high expectations. I felt like not much happened, and I don't know, it felt kind of, there wasn't much for it, honestly. Like, it gave me almost the same feeling as The Perks of Being a Wallflower. I was expecting it to be like The Edge of 17, which I really, really liked, and it wasn't. I didn't like it anywhere near as much as I liked Edge of 17. Earlier this month, you guys know I went to BookCon over in New York, and that was great timing because that was also the same weekend that Wonder Woman came out. So for Wonder Woman, the things that I loved were anytime she was fighting. I mean, come on. It was just like I wanted to just shout and cheer for her, and obviously when she was going into No Man's Land, that was my favorite scene of the entire film. I think a lot of people's favorite scene was when she got out of the trench and showed everyone, like, I'm gonna take care of this, but and I also thought that the humor was really good, and I've always been a fan of Chris Pine. He's also really cute, but unpopular opinion, the rest of it wasn't all that amazing to me. Wonder Woman herself was awesome, but it was everything else that I didn't really care about. I thought that some of the special effects could have been better, but they were good. Some of them were and then the villains were just kind of lame to me. I don't know. But I'm looking forward to seeing her more in the DC universe. What is it? I think Justice League is coming out next. Let's see how that goes. And the last 2 movies that I watched, Confession, I have not seen so many classic movies. Now, I am an avid moviegoer, so I'm really caught up on current movies. Like in the past 10 years, I've seen a lot of the movies that have come out, but everything before that, I'm really behind. In my household, my mom likes to watch the same exact movies over and over and over again. Movies like Aliens, Men in Black, Predator, like those sci-fi movies, I know them word for word. But those are kind of like the only ones I know from their time, and every other movie we just never watched because we were always watching these same movies over and over again. And so I told my friend this, and she is just absolutely shocked that I haven't seen so many 80s movies. And I mean just about any big movie that you could think of, I have not seen. And her list is over 50 movies long. But on Netflix, there is this movie called The Money Pit with Tom Hanks and Grease. I've never seen Grease, and so I watched those two movies. They were both good. I think of the two, The Money Pit was my favorite. I love Tom Hanks, and that was a really funny movie. So as the summer goes on, I should be giving you updates on all the movies that I'm catching up on that everyone else has seen except me. Alright, so that's all that I read and watched in the month of June. Some people like it when I give an art update, so the thing that I'm currently working on is this black mandala. It's just a mandala. I've been trying to be creative and incorporate mandalas into so many other things, but I haven't done like a simple mandala in a long time, so I'm excited to be working on this. It's really relaxing to do. I mean, I have to focus a lot sometimes to keep my hand like really, what's the word, not wobbly. In the month of July, there's so many movies coming out, and Booktubeathon is going to begin, and so the next wrap up should be like packed full of stuff to talk about. So I will see you in another video.